You're watching Fabtex's wall-mounted H-rail drapery installation. Parts. Your H-rail arrives like this. This is the rod, the master carriers, the carriers, the end caps, the brackets, and the base brackets. The base brackets contain the medallions. Preparation. Locate the studs using a stud finder. Mark these spots with a pencil. Measure from the top of the medallion to where the top of the drape starts. Add this measurement to the length of the drape, which can be found on the tag near the top. Then, add an additional clearance from the floor of about ½ an inch. Once you have this number, measure this height from the floor and mark it with a pencil. This is where you will screw the medallions in. Next, set your H-rail on a flat surface and remove the base brackets using an Allen wrench. Take out the medallions from the base bracket by spinning it in the counterclockwise direction. Set them aside. Then measure the width of the window to help you compute the center of the rod. Installing the rod. First, let's install the medallions. We recommend installing medallions at both ends first. This will make it easier to compute or eyeball the location of those that fall in between. Note that your medallions may not be perfectly evenly spaced since they need to follow the location of the studs. Screw each medallion in at least 2 places. After the medallions are mounted, install the base brackets by screwing them in a clockwise direction. Next, loosen the brackets on the rod so you can adjust them to match the location of the base brackets mounted on the wall. Then, mount the rod into the base brackets. Remember to push them all the way in. Fix the brackets in place by tightening the bottom screws using the Allen wrench. You're done installing the rod. Now it's time to hang the drapes. Hanging the drapes. Identify the left and right panel. Here we are using ripple fold drapes. The side with the grommet is the one closest to the window. The side with the pin is for the return and should be farthest from the window. So we can tell that this panel is the one that stacks to the left. Attach the first snap to the master carrier. Always start attaching the drape to the master carrier and then work your way outward. You may have extra carriers. To remove them, loosen the end cap and trim or pop out the extra carriers. Tuck the end into the rod and screw the end cap back in. After snapping in all the carriers, attach the stiffener to the master. Then screw in the baton. Remember not to over-tighten. Now it's time to dress the ripple fold. This means the curtain should form an undulating or wave pattern going from in to out. Next, mount your return clip. Adjust the pin on the drape if needed. Repeat these steps for the opposite panel. Here's another way to snap the drapes. Instead of doing them in sequential order, you can snap every 5th or 6th snap into place. This way you can sooner let the drapes hang on the rod to take the weight off your shoulders. Finally, spray in dry silicone so the carriers will glide smoothly. And now you're done. For more install videos, visit fabtexinstallations.com.